Yeah, for a change, yeah, I'm not putting any slides here because nobody is looking at me. They are looking at the slides, so I decided not to put the slides. I go for a traditional way of teaching, which my professors taught me. The feedback comes as far as this program is concerned. We are talking about the feedback about the students and about the junior lecturers, junior teachers, or the senior consultants, and about the even the professors in ophthalmology. The feedback is a two-way phenomenon. Where you give the feedback and you take the feedback. You take the feedback on you from the juniors, and you give the feedback to the juniors also, to the other people also. So most of the times, what we found in practice is feedback is more emotional. You are upset with a student, immediately you write and he's saying that this he has done something wrong, and you are very happy with that the emotion. You say you compliment. Feedback is neither a compliment nor a criticism. Feedback is basically a method of conveying or in a practice how to improve or what you personally feel about that particular, how to improve his further professionally. So it should be a more constructive one. It should not be an emotional one. And the words we use in feedback should be, I feel it should be very important. The words like when you talk and call them, I could have done this like this. Why you have done? The I and you should be removed when you are talking about that. So, what can be done in that particular case? And you should be very specific. For example, a resident, a fellow, my fellow does a first keratoplasty. I might have not liked it very much. Then I could have been upset. Then they're looking at that. Then the staff will tell already that's okay. He's not happy. So the next time when they come, if we say no, it's very bad, that's finished. So we should be very specific whether suturing is bad or the what is the same thing in when you clinically when they diagnose what went wrong. We should be very specific when you are giving a feedback to our what a matter. It's not because we are now talking about the teachers and the training modules. I had to specifically align myself to that particular talk. And at the same time, when you receive the feedback, so we also get a feedback about we in our institute we get a feedback from the past students about how about the who is the best teacher in all our organization. Now we got around 6 hospitals with the DNB, around 20-30 students going on. We collected 200 students. In that, I don't mind saying that I stood somewhere around fifth last in the last 5 categories. Dr. Sudhakar there sitting is one of my colleagues. He always stands within one or two first top liked by the students. But that's true. That's true. That I had to improve looking at Sudhakar what he is able to impress and his students. Then thinking that okay, my students are bad. They are not giving a bad feedback for me. So that's what generally happens. That's the feedback. Another thing, most important thing I think is this is more a hypothetical questions we ask them in which imaginary. We imagine some questions and put them, and depending upon that feedback, we assess the candidates and performance, and we assess our own institution and everything. But I totally disagree with that. So how I take feedback is how I look at my students and people I train. After 5 years, how they are, how prosperous they are, how much money they made, how much. Yes, money is a very important part of the prosperity in the world. A fool cannot become rich. It's impossible unless his father is also very rich, or a wife or a father-in-law. Somebody should be rich. He cannot become himself rich. So, so then first I will look at that, what he made. He bought a good car and he made a house, or where he is moving around. Then second thing, how many surgeries? I just ask them whenever when I meet them in the conferences, how many surgeries you are doing per year and what surgeries you are doing, how many outpatients you are seeing. So depending upon that, we had to change our training program. If you are training a person who is useless in the society, just moving around seeing 5 patients, it's a pity, it is shame for me. They should be fast, they should be prosperous, and they should feel proud that in their life and in the society. It's not just about, somebody asked me yesterday a question, a thesis work, what should be the thesis work? thesis work should be innovative and it should be really a hot topic, and the thesis is just a casual topic. I said if you put a hot topic for a thesis work, they're never going to learn clinical work. They have to work in a laboratory only. They cannot work in a practice. So it's so difficult to complete in 2.5 years or 2 years a real scientific work. It's almost impossible. A PhD work in ophthalmology at least takes 5 to 7 years to clear that. And so there are how many PhDs are there in ophthalmology in India? There are, except from Bangalore, Naranethral, a few guys. The entire India, there are only few, 3 or 4 members, 5 members. And if you put a thesis work to the PhD level, he doesn't know anything clinically. He will be working for a few thousand rupees and work moving in a bus or a car or a scooter. So that's why I don't take it. I don't. That's how I look at my feedback. I look at that's what I don't know. I want to know about the panelist's opinion. Thank you for this opportunity given to me.